Hey everybody, I'm Todd Anderson.
And I'm Todd Stevens.
And you're watching the Versus series by StarCityGames.com. So today we cap off our Splinter Twin week, where we took Splinter Twin through the Modern Gauntlet to see if it deserves to stay on the ban list or not. So far I'm 3-1 with an asterisk. Just mostly because the Tron matchup, I think it is mostly favorable for Splinter Twin if the Splinter Twin deck is built correctly, but things have changed so much in the last 2 years, going from green-red to green-black to mono-green, having access to cards like Walking Ballista, which completely invalidate my alternate win condition of killing you with X1 creatures.
Yeah.
Being able to stop half my combo with just a thing that kills Pestermite. And it was never the easiest matchup in the world for Splinter Twin. There was always a bunch of back and forth. Post-sideboard games were very hard because they had a bunch of interaction. And it just goes to show that, if Splinter Twin's in the format, you just have to play differently.
Yeah. Yep. No, I definitely could have played that last game differently, and I was just kind of like, oh, I have all these interactive spells I can't lose. I'm going to leave up this Nature's Claim here, then tap the land. I was like, oh, well, don't have as much. But today we got a Mardu Pyromancer, going to be bringing another mid-range battle here between these red decks. So we've played 4 matches so far this week. How are you feeling about Splinter Twin? Are you enjoying playing it again and everything?
Honestly, no. The blue-red version of Splinter Twin was never my favorite. I always liked playing a different color so that at any point in time, I could just board out my entire combo and just become like a Temur Tempo deck or a Grixis mid-range.
Yeah, I like the Grixis myself.
Yeah, and now with Fatal Push in the format, there's a very good chance that just Grixis Twin would be the best deck in the format, because at any point in time, you could have all 7, 8, 9, 10 combo pieces or 0.
Yeah, you got your K commands. They can just get your Etrux back. You don't have to play the Pestermites because you have K commands.
Yeah, and plus, you just have a very good long game with Snapcaster Mage plus Kolaghan's Command, like we saw with Grixis Death Shadow, a year and change ago. So things have really changed in Modern, and I don't think traditional blue-red twin is where I would want to be at, but this is the most common iteration of Splinter Twin over the course of Splinter Twin's history. So that's why we're running this version through the gauntlet. Yeah, I mean, the blue-eye control matchup was super close and very fun. But other than that, a lot of the games have just felt very lopsided, but I think that's just the problem with Splinter Twin, and that's why it's on the ban list in the first place. A lot of the games are fun and interactive, but the ones that are not are just over like that, one way or the other. And
those affinity games, the whole video for 3 games would be 20 minutes.
But today I think we're gonna have a really grindy matchup where Todd Stevens is on this Mardu Pyromancer deck, a la Jerry Thompson's list, I believe.
Yep.
A lot of discard spells, a lot of removal spells, and creatures that are not very easy to beat with traditional spot removal. Bedlam Reveler can replace itself plus 2 more cards. Young Pyromancer can usually generate at least 1, sometimes 2 tokens before I'm able to kill it. And if I don't kill it, it can just take over the game by itself.
Yeah, and then you also have Lingering Souls that matches up really well against Click and Pestermite.
Right.
So as long as I can keep you from comboing, I'm going to be favored in the long game, but I just have to make sure to keep you from comboing. Deceiver Etchart could be a pretty difficult card for me to deal with, because my bolts and K commands and stuff aren't going to do that. I basically just, and I'm playing Dreadbores because right now in Modern, the Planeswalkers are the blue-white, so I'm playing Dreadbores instead of Terminates.
No, but I think that's the kind of why the decks are changing. They used to be very instant heavy with Terminates, but now there are more things you need to deal with at sorcery speed, more powerful cards like Planeswalkers, and so cards like Dreadbore go up a lot in value, and Terminate goes down in value. But if Splinter Twin came back into the format, I think you would see the complete opposite happen, a reversion back to these favorable for instant speed cards in order to be able to interact with Splinter Twin. But then again, that would leave you just in a lot of trouble against a Teferi.
You're right. Right. So let's go ahead and get to the die roll and see what happens here.
All right.
So high roll.
You goes first.
Ooh, 11. 7.
We got only 2 lands, but we have some ops to help dig us into more. I'm definitely going to keep this hand.
Yeah, I just have a kind of a good mix of spells and lands. It's not the perfect hand, but...
All right, I'm at 18. This is one of the problems where Pestermite being your combo piece is not good, because the main form of interaction your opponent has for it is Bolt. If it was Exorc, it'd be different. Bolt.
Go.
All right, let's play Noct.
Okay.
No discard spell on turn 1 is pretty good for me. I don't think I want this lightning bolt right now. We really just want to hit some land drops. All right. Drop. I will say go. 19 to 18.
Yep, I'll go get Sacred Foundry. Sacred Foundry could be wrong because like the worst part about getting Sacred Foundry here is if I draw a discard spell. That'll be unfortunate for me. But did not. Just gonna be passing the turn.
All right. We're gonna fetch this tapped, and then we're gonna play another opt. Now we're
Okay.
basically just digging for our later game spells. We want Snapcaster Mage. We want Cryptic Command, and then at some point we want to find our Deceiver Exarch Splinter Twin. But
yeah,
Lighthouse ain't too bad. Hitting the land drop is okay, because we do want a double spell on 5, probably. But at the same time, another land isn't exactly what we want. And I don't know how much time we're going to have to actually use the Lighthouse as this game goes. Alright, untap.
Yep.
Draw. Go.
Looting.
Sure.
Okay, we definitely have just too many lands. We're getting rid of one of those, and we're gonna keep a couple though. I think I'm gonna just get rid of this Dreadbore. Yeah, we're still gonna want to hit land drops to be able to flashback this looting and everything. We did find a discard spell, so I'd like to cast that.
Okay, well, I think we just try to go for the kill here. I'm gonna Exarch tap your Bloodstained Mire and force him to crack it. Yeah, Fatal Push is pretty gross for us. He's probably going to take Pestermite, but if he has an answer for a combo, he might just take a Remand or Clip.
Let's see. So I'm currently at 19. Yeah. I can fetch shock. All right,
so you're at 16.
So I'm at 16.
Yep. I'm at 17. I forgot to mark my one for the fetch one earlier. So I'm at 17. You're at 16.
Okay, and I'm going to take. Okay, so we have another removal spell. But so I kind of want to take the click over the Pestermite, but it's definitely possible you can set it up with like Remand and everything that we can't really deal with. So I'm going to take the Pestermite. I think that's just going to be the safest thing. Let's get that out of here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Turn. Play the mountain. Your turn.
So what to do around Remand?
It's always the tough one. It's usually wait for a discard spell or just fight through it as hard as you can.
Yeah, I think I want to play that first, but I think we just have to lead with this discard spell.
How many spells do you have in your graveyard? 3? 4?
I have 4.
Okay, so this would be 5. The land would let him play Bedlam Reveler. If I Remand it, he can't play Bedlam Reveler this turn. But that kind of just
unless I have land and looting.
Anyway. Yeah. All right, I'll Remand it.
Okay. Fetch. I'm gonna play Young Pyromancer and then the Thoughtseize again.
Nice. All that will happen. You'll get a token, a Ross Merriam, and do you want the click or the twin?
I will take the.
Just gonna. Are you shocking again? Or
no, I just fetch that. Okay, so I'm taking 2.
You're at 13. And I'm still at 17.
Yep. So I'm down to 13. So I kind of want to just take the twin just so I don't die, but I feel like that's pretty unlikely. So I'll just take the click, even though this is like kind of risky.
If you remove those bull, I think you actually should take this. But if it's like a different one,
no, I don't have a way to kill that shark. So it's definitely very risky.
All right, your turn.
Going for the high upside though.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you just gotta go for it. Looting. I'll get you, Ross.
Thank you. Draw 2, discard 2, flashback souls.
So you're going to go to 12 to get a swamp.
Especially finding that souls there.
Yep,
I definitely
so
wish I would have
another
not taken the.
Ross and
Definitely wish I would have taken the twin.
2 spirits.
All right,
Yep.
go to combat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking 3. I'm at 14. I'm gonna fetch down at 13.
There's no reason for me to not attack with the Pyromancer to play around.
Because he's dead if I have X-Arc anyway.
Yeah, and if it's just another creature, it'll just trade, and that's fine. You know, like I'm basically out of spells anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get pressure on.
All right.
Your turn. So 12 to 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sound right? Or you're at 13? Oh, because you just fetched.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're at 13. All right, so I'm at 12. You're at 13. Okay. Going to combat.
Okay. Yep, I go to 6.
Down to 6, and I guess I could. Whatever. We'll play that. Go ahead.
So I fetched down to 5. If I draw Pestermite, I cannot tap Pyromancer and survive. So I think I just don't fetch with the Flooded Strand. Just hope that I get lucky. Serum.
Yep.
I will top, play my land, and say go.
Combat.
All right, I have a play.
Okay.
I believe if you have Bolt, I'm going to die no matter what I do. K command, can I play around K command by tapping this and blocking this? I'm at 6, so no. Okay, block, tap that.
All right, go to attackers.
Yep, I can't.
Block
yeah,
1.
block 1, take 4. I'm at 2.
2. All right, I will drain you, bolt you, and deal 2 to you.
Fine. Wow. All right, we're here for sideboarding. On my side, we are going to be transforming into a much more controlling deck, relying on Jason Mind Sculptor and Karanos to give us some much-needed card advantage to help us fight through all of the spot removal, discard spells that Mardu can throw at us. Aside from that, we're also going to be leaning pretty heavily on cards like Kozilek's Return to clean up things like Lingering Souls, Young Pyromancer, and apparently even Goblin Rabblemaster.
Yep.
2 copies of Negate will help us fend off the really powerful things like Kolaghan's Command, as well as our 2 Dispels in our main deck, but also can just protect us from removal spells. We're boarding into a much different deck. We're boarding out 1 Splinter Twin and 2 Pestermites, leaving us with 4 Exarchs and 3 Twin as our combo element. We can still win the game via normal damage with or just like Jace ticking up or Karanos attacking, but that's not going to be our main plan since we expect the game to go really long and for us to be low on resources. So drawing redundant Splinter Twins is not great, but drawing 2 copies of Seaver Exarch is okay. And since Pestermite doesn't attack well through souls and dies to all of the 2 damage or 3 damage things that he can throw at me, I'm going to be cutting those. And because we don't have Pestermite in our deck, we're cutting Spellskite since that's really the only thing we're protecting against. And then Click is a last cut along with a Bolt, just as I don't really know what else to cut, and I want to get these in my deck.
Okay. I'm actually not going to sideboard over here. The 2 closest cards in my sideboard that could maybe bring in would be Needle, Rabblemaster. Needle mostly naming Deceiver Etcharch so that to stop the Splinter Twin combo. Could also name Jace as well, and just another Rabblemaster for pressure. But I think I just like all of the instances of sorceries in the deck, and I don't really want to dilute the deck too much, like with the Young Pyromancer and Bedlam Reveler and stuff. So yeah. I like everything that I have going on here. A couple cards I could maybe trim would be like some Lingering Souls, but I don't know, I like them. So I'm going to just keep it the same.
All right, we're here for game 2, and the more I think about it, the more Dispel might not actually be worthwhile, since the majority of Todd's interaction is going to be sorcery speed discard spells. Like right now, this Dispel is looking a lot worse than something like a Vendilion Click, which is a little more versatile, or even a Lightning Bolt, which could protect me from a Young Pyromancer. So I might have to rethink that for game 3. But I am going to keep this hand. We do need to draw some lands, though.
Yeah, I'm keeping my hand. I got Faithless Looting, and so...
yeah, I mean, I keep basically any red source Faithless Looting hand when I'm playing a Faithless Looting deck.
Yeah.
You just have to hope it's good enough to get you in there.
Now we kind of have a problem, so I'm going to be discarding this other looting, and then our other card to discard. I actually just like everything in our hands. There's nothing that's like spectacular, but I just kind of like everything. But we have to get rid of something. I'm going to get rid of a lightning bolt. So
All right, your turn.
I'm going to get white, black, I suppose, and I'm going to brutality to duress you.
All right. Well, you hit with a spell because it's only instant sorcery, and that's the only instant sorcery I have in my hand.
That sounds like that's pretty bad for me. I haven't looked up to see what Todd's hand is yet, but that sounds... Oh, wait, I don't have white-black in this deck. It's Mardu Pyromancer. So I'm going to get red-black. Don't have white-black. All right, so we have...
You're at 17. I will be at 18.
Yeah. So, Shark, Twin, Jace. So...
100% double checking. I'm almost positive it says instant or sorcery, right?
Yep, instant or sorcery.
Yeah.
Yep. So this could definitely be bad for us.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot going on. Obviously, if I draw land, I can threaten combo or Jace, both of which are okay. But if I don't draw land, I'm just in some trouble.
Yeah, go ahead.
To that end, I might actually just want to play Snapcaster Mage, but I don't think so. Go. Yep, and I'm dead. Blabble Masters.
Rabble.
Yeah, yep. Cedric hit me.
Cedric coming in there.
Okay, I'm at 17.
You're at 17. Go ahead. So
right,
17
I will
all.
play a Snapcaster now to threaten a block on the Rabble Master next turn.
Rabble.
Go. Sometimes this Splinter Twin deck just doesn't draw us land 3 and dies. Or this land 4 sometimes.
Inky.
Okay.
I'll take Remand.
You go.
Fetch. Play another Rabble.
Yikes.
Unfortunately, Rabble Master is not the new card from that we've seen where you don't have to actually attack with it. You know, I'm talking about the brand new one.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either.
Legion War Boss. I think that's it. All
right, so you're gonna take another 3. You're at 14.
Yep.
I'm gonna block here. I take 3. I'm at 14 as well.
Okay. So
I will
14.
play another Snapcaster Mage.
Yep.
This is not ideal.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, go.
Combat.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to trade my Rabble off, so I'll just attack with those.
All right. I will take 4. I'm at 10. This is why Jerry likes Rabble Master in the deck. I don't have a removal spell for it, and it's just taking over the game.
All right. I'm going to cast Looting from my hand.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm just going for it.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping I draw.
Actually, this will work, yeah. Inquisition you?
I will. Oh, you got Dreadbore. That sucks. All right. I'll play this and tap your white.
Yeah, and Dreadbore.
That stinks. All right. What do you? Oh yeah, and you missed. But...
Yep.
All right. So you have no cards in hand.
Nope, no cards.
So if I draw a Kozilek's Return, I'm still in it.
Yep.
I'm not dead yet because I can still block.
Yeah, even just like a bolt on the Rabble Master.
All right, go.
Just like a removal spell there, you're not in the worst spot. I think I just do this pre-combat of just flashing back a looting.
Mm-hmm.
Go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think here I'm going to go ahead and serve the Rabble Master up as well. Even if we trade there, that's still just going to put 5 attackers in.
All right, I'm going to tap your Blood Crypt.
That's not good for us.
Okay, move to blocks.
Yeah.
Rabble Master and a token. I go to 6.
Yep. Go ahead. Yep. That was not a card I could beat. Was the Etchark.
All right, kill 2 tokens.
Okay.
Go.
We're not dead. That's good.
Yeah.
Not dead yet. It's a lot of black mana. So I have a Bedlam Reveler here. I have to discard my hand, but I may just discard this swamp. So like the biggest thing is I may need like 2 bolts or something to be able. So I'm just gonna discard this and draw 3. I guess because then I need to draw
that.
Bolt and a land. Yeah, no, we'll just play this. Okay.
Yeah. I think exactly Bolt land is not reason enough. If you drew exactly Bolt land, I'll let you take it back. How about that?
Yeah. But Bolt, you're at 6. So, like, I don't... Or I guess, well, I would need that anyway. But yeah, let's get the attack in.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm just going to take 2 down to 4.
Okay.
All right. I'm just going to hope that I draw a land. Actually, it needs to be a non-fetch land, so it has to be a Silver Falls, Island, or Mountain, or Cascade Bluffs, or whatever. Probably
yeah.
should have blocked.
I should not have tapped my white source because now we can't cast the Lingering
You
Souls.
already played a land.
Oh, right, yeah, I already played the land. Yeah, go ahead. Good call.
2.
Okay. Bolt you.
Rats. All right, I'm on the play here for game 3, and even though we've technically lost the match, we're going to continue playing just to show y'all some more of this matchup. Last game I thought was pretty sweet just because I needed to peel the untapped land. The Bedlam Reveler finding the Lightning Bolt was particularly cool. But yeah, let's see how this works. I've sideboarded slightly differently. I boarded out the Dispel just because they did not feel great in favor of the 2 Spell Skites. So.
Okay. I definitely have a very risky keep here, but we're on the draw, and hopefully we're going to slow you down, so.
Start with that.
Yeah.
Good ones on top. Yeah, we got a couple good ones on top. I do need another land, though. I think I'm going to bottom the 4-drop. Okay. Even though it's very good in the matchup.
Okay. I'll take 3. Fetch Shock and Inquisition.
Sky,
so I'm at 17. So I just Spellskite or Serum Vision. I'll take the... I'm just taking the Serum Vision, right? Yeah, we'll just take the Serum Vision. Go ahead.
So Spellskite is a little risky in this matchup because it's so bad against Kolaghan's command. But I don't know. Maybe it's not worth bringing in. I should just be
sees you.
Sorcery base. Keranos or Jace or K-Return.
Take Jace. So I'm down to 15.
Yep.
Go ahead. That's why our hand was risky. We didn't have another land, but on the draw.
Fetch and play Serum Visions.
Yeah.
Off of Island. That's going to put me at 19 first damage.
Yep. So you're at 19.
So last game I was stuck on 2 for a while. This game Todd's stuck on 1. But if he finds a Faithless Looting, he'll be okay. Plus he might just have a couple more pieces of discard or interaction to keep me off of Keranos for a turn or 2. Alright, so let's draw a card. Discard 2. I've already played a land. Put 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Tap for 2.
Well, you just played that.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thutsies. I'll take the Keranos, so we're down to 13. Go ahead.
Attack.
Down to 11.
Go.
Come on, lands. There we go. All right, so definitely playing getting Young Pyromancer down here. I don't think
you should shock for white.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have 2 Lingering Souls in my hand. So if I shock, I'm down to 8.
Yeah.
Ugh. No,
Is it even worth playing Young Pyromancer if you know I have this, so like you can't ever really put pressure on me? Maybe you just fetch tap so you don't take so much damage. But I mean,
actually like that. I'm gonna do the whole tapped thing, and I'm gonna just Inquisition you.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, just do the steps.
All right, so you're at 10.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm at 19. I'm gonna fetch an island. No, I don't have a second Keranos. Just gonna thin my deck a little bit before I play a opt, and I know that I had a Cryptic on bottom that I would very much like to draw.
Gotcha.
So I'm at 18.
All right, so I'm 10. You're at 18. I'm about to be at 8 once you attack.
So it's a Serum Visions, which technically digs me deeper, so I think I'll keep it even though it keeps me off playing 4-mana stuff. Actually, if I bottom it, I can hit my other Jace, Cryptic Command, or just Splinter Twin on Snapcasters. Not that bad this turn, so I can start playing Serum Visions and Ops and stuff next turn. But I don't get to do it this turn, so maybe it's a little too risky. Bottom. High risk, high reward. 2.
Yep, down to 8.
I guess if he hits me in my draw step.
Did you? I think you Did you play the other land?
Yeah, sorry. All right, so 18-8.
Good. That's fine. All right, so I'm down to 6.
Yep, your turn.
I'm gonna brutality all the modes.
Okay, I'm gonna redirect brutality to here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bolt your Pyromancer.
Okay. So they'll still do the trigger though.
Yeah, you still get 1 token from that. You still drain me. You go to 8. I go to 16. Spell Sky becomes a 2 toughness. And then I have a Sulfur Falls as my last card. And this is dead from bolt.
Yep, and then I'll bolt the Spell Sky.
Well, you should bolt this while your young Pyromancer still in play, I think, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. In response to your bolt. Yeah.
That's fine. Like I could remand you or whatever, but it's
no. I mean, I'm still doing the same thing.
The same play.
Yeah, I'm just making the same play.
I would just remand your Collective Brutality probably anyway.
Right. Okay.
So you're at 8. I'm at 16. You have 2 souls in the yard.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna hold my land because if he goes for a K command, maybe discard. I want to just have that sitting around. I also don't really want to attack my Snapcaster into Ross Marion tokens. Mostly I don't want to give Ross this benefit or the satisfaction. The results.
Draw 3. Just play the land untapped, and I think you can get in with 1. Why not? All right.
I'm gonna tap Bedlam Reveler. I'm gonna block. He has bolt. I don't have a Splinter Twin yet anyway.
Go ahead.
Max value out of as many cards as I possibly can. That was a good draw. Attack. Yikes. Alright, attack.
So I'll go down to 7.
Yep, your turn.
I'm not going to use this white.
I'm gonna counter draw. I was trying to do like tap draw, but I think I just need to keep him off that extra 3 cards there.
All right, and I will flash back a souls.
Yep. So Bedlam gets +1/+1.
+2, or because the other one wasn't. And then attack for 4.
Yep.
I think I have 2 spirits back. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right. Okay.
I go to 12.
Okay, your turn.
Well, that was perfect. Even if he has push, I have this. So.
Oh yeah,
I drew this off the cryptic and then this. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah. I think there is there's a definitely a potential that if he did have fatal push there, in response to the cryptic command, while I have no cards in hand, I think pushing my Exarch makes it so that I can't draw like that combination of things to really punish him.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so that's a good point. If I would have had push, that would have been the time to cast it.
All right, so technically Splinter Twin lost, but I think the games were very good. They showcased exactly the type of interaction that the Mardu deck is very good at presenting, which is discard effects, removal spells for my creatures, and just threats that generate multiple threats alongside it. So traditional spot removal, not always the best.
Yeah, I got stuck on lands for just a little too long there. Couldn't really unlock my hand and everything. But that happens whenever you're playing like a low land count deck with Faithless Lootings and stuff like that. That just happens some games, and it was still like, it's not like I was out of it because of that. It was still just a good back and forth game.
You ripped all my best spells out of my hand. You got rid of my Karanos, my Jace. I believe one of my combo pieces, maybe. I forgot what the third one of the discard spells hit another good card too. Might have been Snapcaster Mage or something, but regardless, that also shows just how much stuff your deck can do on 1 mana, and specifically Jerry's version that plays 8 1-mana discard effects. You can keep a lot more one-landers on the draw because you have access to more 1-mana effects that you can use to slow the game down, buying yourself enough time to find your stuff. If I didn't draw that Cryptic Command for the Bedlam Reveler that turn, you were going to bury me. And I was like basically on empty other than the Exarch. Obviously, I could just peel. But, I mean, that's kind of just the whole reason to play Splinter Twin anyway, because you can just peel on your opponent.
Yep. No, so that was a good week, I think, of just like some good matchups. Like overall, I think like a lot of good games there with the Splinter Twin deck. And
I do want to say there is a lot to be said about these decks not having the right sideboard cards for Splinter Twin. You know, we did not build these modern decks that face Splinter Twin with the idea that Splinter Twin existed in the format. So you're not going to see things like Torp Orb. You're not going to see a ton of things like Rending Volley, things like that in Modern right now because Splinter Twin doesn't exist. But when Splinter Twin does exist, a lot of these decks just have access to cards that were not only specifically designed with Splinter Twin in mind, like Rending Volley, but also there would just be different decks that would be, viable in the format and putting up a lot of pressure. Jund, for example, even Abzan as a deck, both kind of fall off the map. But if Splinter Twin becomes dominant, decks like that start to shine. Yeah,
and like Naya Company that I used to play whenever Splinter Twin was around, like that kind of really went away like after Splinter Twin was gone. But yeah, you're right. Like the sideboards that I'd be playing with would be completely different because there wouldn't be like the other 20 decks that you have to like have all these like weird like kind of okay answers that you can bring in against 10 things, because it would be more just streamlined and everything. And so yeah, there would be a lot more answers. Like my Tron deck that I had didn't have Dismembers in it, but like if there's Splinter Twin in the format, you would have Dismembers.
100% you'd have 2 Dismembers. For sure. So yeah, there Twin just I understand why it's banned. I don't think that this conclusively showed one way or another if it should be unbanned, but it didn't sell me that it should be unbanned. And I think that is a major selling point to just keep it on the ban list because I don't think it adds that much to the format. I know I changed my tune. Like, obviously, I'm a huge fan of Splinter Twin. I love it when it exists because I love building those kinds of decks. It becomes this puzzle where you try to find the best Splinter Twin deck. And honestly, maybe that's not healthy. Maybe me just always trying to find the best Splinter Twin deck is not what Modern should be about. It should be about a bunch of different decks and a bunch of different archetypes just being able to do their own thing. And if Splinter Twin knocks out 10 of those decks, then it shouldn't be in the format.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's basically been my my take is that I like the wide openness of Modern right now. You can play lots of different things. Like when I stream like all sorts of different decks and everything. If there's like Splinter Twin where you're always like, okay, I'm going to have like these 8 cards. I'm going to have to bring in these Splinter Twin matchups all the time. And just not something that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a bit in previous Versus videos, like when Jace the Mind Sculptor got unbanned, like this is going to change Modern. And ultimately, it didn't because Jace was just a natural predator of a lot of linear aggressive decks. And so those just naturally kept Jace from flourishing and being overly dominant. But I just don't think that would be the case for Splinter Twin because of the nature of the games that Splinter Twin plays, as well as its capability to sideboard and just mold itself to be one of the more terrifying decks for anyone to play against. Just if you add another color, it just completely changes how the deck plays.
Exactly. We went with like a very kind of generic 2-color Splinter Twin deck here. But yeah, once you start adding in a third color, you can really tune it to be like really good against a lot of things. That's for sure.
One thing I kind of want to try out, if we try some more ban list stuff, I want to be a little more experimental. Like maybe one week we play 5 different Splinter Twin variants to see how they match up, And I could do like one thing I've been wanting to try was like a Mardu Pyromancer deck, but instead of white, you just play blue, and you just play a bunch of discard Bedlam Revelers, discard your excess Splinter Twins that are garbage to Faithless Looting or Bedlam Reveler, and you could just have fun with it, But there's all sorts of different. I mean, that's kind of the problem with Splinter Twin. You just put it in any deck because all it is it's like a 10-card package. You need like 6 creatures, 4 Splinter Twin, and then the rest is just up to you.
Yeah, and even if you're playing like those lootings and stuff, and like all the cycling and just basically all that acceleration, or you don't really maybe need 6 creatures. Maybe just your Exarchs and Twins. Then there you go.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's what it was when it was back in Standard. There was just 4 Exarch, 4 Twin. You had a lot more dig spells. I played Ponder and Preordained back then when they were both in Standard for like 3 months for some god-awful reason. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate you throwing 5 decks at me. I hope y'all enjoyed it at home. If you want to see more of this type of content, we will try to bring y'all some more bandless exploration if you watch it, if you like it. So just let us know. Cards on the short list for trying out Stoneforge Mystic is at the top of my list.
Yep, and I think Umezawa's Jitte also. I think that's another
I got
one.
some words on Jitte, but
that's for another day.
That's fine. You know, Jitte's one of them. We also have
Green Sun
Zenith. I don't mind trying Birthing Pod.
Okay.
I think Birthing Pod is a card that can be dangerous. And it's a card that also, like Green Sun Zenith, will only get better over time because more cards are produced.
But then we also now have a Braid and Kolaghan's Command.
Right. Main deck answers to it are definitely great.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you know, but then you get to the point where it's like, okay, well, I don't really want to play Braid, but I kind of have to. So it's a similar reason for that. Aside from those, I know Jeff Hooglin was talking a lot about Dig Through Time. He thought Dig Through Time would be acceptable, I just don't believe that. So maybe we'll just have to prove him wrong.
See you playing Jeskai last week with Dig Through Time?
Yeah. I did do some dirty things to Ross in the one match I got to play with the
Ross has like all these creatures out and like Elspeth and is like, oh man, I can't possibly lose. Oh, it's a Dig and you have nothing. You're like, oh, it's a Dig Through Time. Never mind, I can find all this stuff now. Yeah, I forgot that. But for like the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have Guilds of Ravnica. So like that's what we're gonna be doing for the next couple of weeks, brewing a bunch of like standard decks of Guilds of Ravnica. That looks to be a sweet set. So make sure y'all come back for the first series to be watching that. Yeah,
preview season really kicked off on Monday. So by the time we start filming next week, we will have quite a few to bring y'all. Though, of course, because of production, we're going to be a couple days behind. So give us a little bit of leeway when it comes to our decks. Like, why don't you play this card? So, well, it didn't exist when we filmed this 3 days ago. I'm sorry. That's just how preview season works. But we're going to try to bring y'all some new, fresh ideas for Guilds of Ravnica Standard now that Kaladesh is gone, as well as Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation. It's just going to open up. The whole format's going to open up. Why we're going to see a lot of new cards shine from Dominaria, from Ixalan and Rivals, and even Core Set 2019. So be sure to check in on that next week. That's all I got.
Yep, that's all I got.
All right, for Todd Stevens, I'm Todd Anderson. Thanks for watching the Versus series by StarCityGames.com.